Here's a story about the first Rebbe of Chabad. They say that when he was put into prison, right? His enemies, other religious Jews, they slandered him to the czarist government, and with the charge that he was trying to instigate a revolution in Russia, that all the Jews were going to revolt against the Tsar, and they were together with Turkey, and basically, anyway, it was the same thing. His son, the second Rebbe of Chabad, was also charged with basically the same thing. Okay, so when finally, after 53 days, the Russian government realized that not only was he innocent, but the false charges were false, and even more that they had no comprehension of how great he really is. They realized that he was some sort of a great person. They couldn't understand how great he was. So they let him go. So when he got out, the whole non-Hasidic world hated him. They hated him. They were very against him, and they were very disappointed that he was let out. Gradually, they many of them started to realize that their hatred had no basis to it, and they started examining it, and a lot of them came closer to Chabad. I mean, basically, all the people in Chabad were people that previously had been opposers. Anyway, so they came out, and a group of them met him as he was driving through their town or whatever, and they said to him, the Mashiach is going to come now. Mashiach is going to come. One of their the things that aggravated them about Chabad, about the first Rebbe, is because he talks so much about Mashiach. Mashiach is coming. Mashiach is going to come. The Mashiach is here. And he said, no, the Mashiach is going to come. The Mashiach is here. And he said to them, the Mashiach that you want is never going to come. And the Mashiach is going to come, you're not going to want. That was his words. The Mashiach that you want is not going to come. And the Mashiach is going to come, you're not going to want. Okay, that's the story. What's the meaning of the story? What's the meaning of the story? The meaning of the story is people pray for Mashiach so that the world will be good and will feel good. There won't be any more troubles in the world. There won't be any problems in the world. There'll be peace. There'll be quiet. The world will be all right. But mainly, Mashiach will come and tell us that we're okay. We did Torah. We did commandments. We're on the winning side. So that Mashiach is never going to come. That Mashiach is never going to come. When Mashiach is going to come, you're going to feel so bad about how insufficient your service of God was, and how you only used 1% of your potential to do good, and you used 99% of your potential to make excuses. You became an expert in making excuses, and why you don't like, and you didn't learn enough, why you didn't daven, why you didn't love other Jews, why you was. Mashiach will reveal new vistas of good that you read about in the books, but you never really thought. So the Mashiach that you want, that he's going to make everything easy and tell you how great you are and wonderful you are and pat you on the back, give you big rewards, that Mashiach is not going to come. That's the Mashiach is going to be there, and the Mashiach is going to come. That's going to tell you to work harder and that you have to do infinitely more than what you've done before. You're not going to want a Mashiach like that. Mashiach like that, you're not going to want. A Mashiach is going to turn the world upside down. You're not going to want a Mashiach like that. You're going to want a Mashiach that's going to make you feel more secure and tell you that all this time you've really been right. You're really good. Mashiach's not good. It says Mashiach is going to come to make the tzaddikim do tshuva. La'atva tzadikayu b'tiyuvta. He'll make the tzaddikim, people that were tzaddikim, realize how far away they were from the truth and from what's really right. How much more they could have done with the powers that God gave them. So that's what we want. The Mashiach that you want is never going to come. And the Mashiach that's going to come, you're not going to want. To understand that a little bit, that's the idea of learning Chassidut, to give us a little bit of an idea of how far away we are from the truth and how much power God has given us to come closer. Have a good day with Mashiach now. We'll talk. more tomorrow, 8:15.